Sorry, I was having some headphone issues. It was not connecting. But hello. Welcome to the late stream. Mango, hello. And Prue, hello. And falls flat down. Oh no! I assume your day has not been the greatest. Hello and welcome. We're painting turtles. Yeah, so we're working on this guy. Also, I need to end stream a little early today because a few of my bridesmaids got their dresses in the mail to try on, so we were gonna do like a group call so that I could see them all. So I do have to end at 7. I'm sorry. They can't do it at 8, so I'm gonna have to end at 7. But we'll be here until 7 painting turtles, so that's good. Meeting after meeting after meeting. Oh my god, all day of meetings. And you couldn't even get any work done because you have meetings all day. I know, I'm sorry, Nagin, I'm sorry. But I want to see their dresses and like they're trying them on, so we're gonna decide which ones are best and see what they like. But yeah. 11 p.m. Yeah, I'm so sorry. The headphones are doing it again. Like it completely. Maybe they're just low battery. Okay, they're back. I don't know what's going on. 12-hour Friday stream. No, but we can play Ooblets tomorrow. We do have the video capture card required for the Switch, so we could play Ooblets or we could do a draw along. I need to put that vote in chat. Let me put that in Discord right now before I forget. And then we'll watch a movie afterwards too. One second. So I'll put it in the draw along art section. Okay, so my headphones keep cutting out. Okay. There's in the Discord under draw along art, there's a vote to vote on, a poll to vote on. Now we do turtles. So how's everybody's day been? I mean, world news wise, it's been pretty crazy. I got nothing done in between streams. I was sitting there staring at the computer for the whole time. I couldn't do anything. It's just like, it's one of those days. So I ended up like taking a break before I had to get ready for stream, like an actual break instead of one where I'm like guilting myself about not doing anything. So I took a break and then like I was able to get ready for stream and feel better about all that. So there was that. But that's all I did today. Stare at a screen and not get anything done. And then take an actual break and then feel ready to start doing stuff again. You had to talk a lot too. Yeah, you were in meetings and stuff. It's still not quite the color I need. I need it to be more blue and then a little bit more grayed out. I think also I need to blend things before I add this color, so that might help a little bit. So let's do that. Yes, it has. Oh my gosh. Very intense. So the protocols that they have in place are very, very intense. Also, being in Canada, we have to get new money now, which I don't want to. Also, oh, something else that was kind of funny and interesting. Like all the process of this has been really weird. So they changed the national anthem in the UK is now God Bless the King. Super strange. I know that's what's supposed to happen, but it's still weird to get used to because it's been like this forever. Um, and then another thing, so my friend, she works as a law clerk, and in Canada, you're working for the crown. Um, and so if it's a lawsuit against Canada, it's like Canada is the like defending offending. They have it in as Regina is like the name for the crown is Regina, but now since it's a king, they had to go in and change all of their files against Canada or Canada offending to Rex because that's apparently the masculine version of Regina in Latin. So they had to go in and change all their case files to make them masculine, which was I found that super interesting. Also, how is Rex the male version of Regina? That's the real question. Who decided this? Latin decided this, but still. Um it's better planned than most sport, right? If they have it so mapped out. Apparently they had 2 to 3 meetings a year to update the London Bridge plan. Like every single year they had 2 to 3 meetings about it, which is pretty intense. They're not going to make the old currency obsolete. No, they're just they're going to stop circulating it and print new ones. They haven't printed $20 bill. So the queen is on our 20 and the queen is on all of our coins like that. Um so on the coins and then also on the $20 bill, they're going to change to Charles now. And you can still use the 20s and the coins. It's just Yeah, they won't be producing them anymore. Apparently, it takes a while though. Like, apparently, it takes 5 years until there's going to be more Charles currency than like the Queen currency, because supposedly there's still a lot of uh Elizabeth's father when he was the king. There's still a lot of that currency that's still in circulation because like people just keep like using. There's still coins with that king on it. It just like never really went away. I haven't paid enough attention to be able to say whether or not I've seen any of it, but it takes a while for it to actually happen. Yeah, legal tender is legal. No. We don't have to go like trade in our money or anything. It's just like the new ones are gonna be completely Charles. Yeah, George. Yeah. There's still stuff with George on it. It needs to break away from the monarchy. That's actually what's been rumored. I've heard a couple different things, not just today, but in the past year, of rumors of the government, the Canadian government becoming independent from England after the Queen passes because it's like a clean break. I've heard it rumored that they want to do that, um, which is interesting. They're gonna have to like rename. It's a huge process. Like everything is so intertwined. Like for example, all of our army is commissioned by the Queen, and now it's commissioned by the King. So I I think if Canada pulled away from England, they would either have to commission the army for themselves or like they would have to find a new. I don't know how that would work. And like a lot of our, not our police forces, but our the RCMP, which is pretty problematic honestly. Um they're connected through the Queen somehow. I there is I have no idea. It's so connected that I don't know where Canada ends and England begins, you know what I mean? So if they actually wanted to do that, that would be like a 20-year process to get everything completely disconnected. And I don't know whether England would be okay with it. So it might be like it would be a hard process because I don't know how willing they'd be to hand it over. Or maybe they would be. I have no idea. Yeah, I think Edward or Edgar. I think you're right. He's the one that abdicated and then George. The only reason I know this is because I watched The Crown. That's where all my royals knowledge comes from. I know a couple different people who are super obsessed with the royals and like keep up with everything. My grandma being one of them. I'm scared to call her today because she's gonna be very upset about it, and I'm not. I'm not on the same level of upset, so I'm just like, I'm gonna have to call her. Um, but yeah, where we just have random old presidents and stuff on our money. Y'all change your money with each new ruler. Well, we've never done it before. Like, well, I guess we have, but not in most people who live here, most people's lifetimes. Like, we haven't had to. So it's a completely new process to most people involved. But yeah, that's an England thing that passed on to Canada is we have to change. And she's not on everything, like I said. She's just on the 20. Like our tens are right now. We just changed the person who was on them because he was not a good guy. So they changed him to, I can't remember her name. Um, and they did them horizontally instead. Or no, wait, yeah. Hold on, let me show you. Viola Desmond, that's who it is. So instead of it being like sideways, they made it like this. What? I only have received one of them because I don't use cash too often. But it's this way, which is super strange. So they changed who was on that. The 20 is the queen. The 50 is somebody. I don't know. See, I don't know who these people are unless I read their names and then I'm like, oh, this person. Um, who was on the 50? Is it John A. Mc... No. Is it... Who is on there? William Lyon Mackenzie King, the longest serving prime minister whose time in the office spanned most of the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. That's who's on our 50. So we only have one bill that has royalty and then all our coins. The King's Speech. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah. Coming to join us Americans? No, I think it'd be completely like independent. But then see that gets questionable in the ways of like the ties with all the other countries. Like I don't know how that's gonna work. But I don't know. I don't know if they're planning on doing that or maybe they'll just stick with it. It's definitely super interesting to see the process of it. Like I knew something like this, I knew the process would be there would be one, you know? Like there something has to happen when this happens and I knew they were planning on it, but I didn't really know how intense this was. Like they have a 10-day mourning period where they can't do any parliament. 10 days. Okay, this is another thing I didn't know. For the next 10 days, no comedy shows are allowed to play on TV in England. Because you're supposed to be mourning for 10 days. And then the day of her funeral is going to be a national like holiday day of mourning thing. But it's not, you don't have to give your employees it off, but it's like kind of recommended, I guess. I don't know. I know. No comedy shows, no laughing. No laughing allowed. Be in mourning. It's like traditional, like Elizabethan mourning. Complaining on Twitter how much TV in the UK sucks right now. Yeah, they're not allowed to play. There's so many things. And any news anchors for the next 10 days, they can only wear black, like black ties and stuff. It's very intense. But I mean, to be fair, I don't think too many people really use cable TV anymore. I think it's mostly subscription services, which makes me question, did Netflix have to take off all their comedy series for 10 days in England? If they didn't, they go to jail. Yeah, they might get fined or something, I don't know, or seem like disrespectful to the crown and maybe get like, yeah, hit with a fine or something like that. You're just in jail? What did you do? I played an episode of Frasier. Oops. Networks would just pay the fine. Yeah, depending on the network. Yeah, totally. It's why you're an American, not a member of the colony. You're right where you belong there. Doesn't make you bad. No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, I I feel for the royal family right now because they lost like a very important member of their family, and I feel for them personally. But like government wise, I'm like they're just figureheads and they're just born into this family, and that's what makes them special. So I'm like, I understand why people are upset. Also, it's the whole like disruption of the norm. So I was talking with this with my friends earlier, and one of them was saying, I don't understand why like people there's like clips of people in the streets like crying and stuff, and she's like, I don't understand why they're crying so much. And I was saying maybe it's because it's like the stableness of her was it was more representational of like she's been okay for my whole lifetime, she's been the queen, and for a lot of people's lifetime she's been the queen the whole time. And so it's been like a stable thing that's always there, and then this like disruption in it can be stressful and like the doom and gloom of the unknown. You know what I mean? It's kind of a thing like that. Also, the other thing is people that are like older people who have like had her as their queen for longer, um they grew up when the royal family was more highly respected than they are in today's world. So they still kind of have that within them because they were raised that way. So there's that as well. The cost of the funeral is going to be astronomical. Yeah. It's going to be like a royal wedding cost, but worse. The birthplace of the American Revolution. Don't so much care about the monarchy. Deaf sad for the family. Exactly. That's how I feel. Yeah. It is relevant to my country a little bit, but like, well, it's relevant, but they're figureheads, and I feel bad for the family. And I'm gonna have to call my grandma later because, as silly as it sounds, she's obsessed with the royals. There's a magazine you can get monthly that is basically just like about the royals. Every single, or not, I think it's weekly. You get like an update. It's a whole magazine just about them, and she gets that every week. Um, yeah. There's not. That's the thing. A lot of it is like things made up. Like the whole what's his face? The redhead brother, Prince, uh William, and is the other one Harry? And yeah, Harry and Meghan. So there's like that whole drama going on with Harry and Meghan, and so every week there's like they were spotted here avoiding their family, and it's like so dramatic for no reason. And everyone, well, not everyone, but the people that I know that really like the Royals like hate Meghan, and it's so weird. And it's like, how do you don't know that that's true though? Like it's ridiculous. It's like paparazzi, just stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense. Or they'll make like a new article that's like what the Queen is wearing this spring, and like it's a whole magazine dedicated to them. 96. Yeah. No, yeah, she had a really long life. I've seen a couple different articles released that were like all the important things, like the milestone things that happened in the Queen's lifetime, and it's a lot. It's so much went on, and like she was involved in so much stuff. Oh no, Prue. What did she do to you? Yeah, she lived a very, yeah, good long life for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that, Prue. Megan's behavior reminds me of my ex-wife. Oh. Okay, but here's the thing. Do you know it's her behavior, or how much do you know and how much is just paparazzi? That's the thing. We don't know. Not to mention that the royals are like super hard. It's super hard to like fit into that family and make that family happy. So it's the whole Diana thing. Yeah, right? The British press, exactly. Yeah, nothing. And you're just like marrying this person because you love them, and then there's all of this stuff, and like they're trying to dig up all the dirt they can on you, and they're just like saying horrible things. I couldn't imagine. I don't know if anyone would remember this, but there was a TV show that was called Dating Harry, or um something about dating Harry. Like it was they wanted you to think it was Prince Harry, and they made you, okay, so they took all these contestants. Remember when there were all those dating shows in like the early 2000s? So they take all these contestants, and they it was like The Bachelor, except they didn't know who they were meeting with, and but they were like hinting that it was Harry because they kept saying like British, and it was they were staying in like this like nice house, and there were like British royalty things everywhere, and it took place in the US, I think. And they were like, "Oh yeah, you're all competing to date this guy." And then it's revealed at the end that it was like a Harry look-alike and not actually Harry. And like you know the whole time, but the girls don't, and they are convinced that they're going to be with Harry. As far as I remember, that was the plot. Yeah, it was a reality show. Exactly. um Reading it on Diana today, the fact that they were there when she died, still taking pictures. Yeah, what? It's way too far. Paparazzi in general, just like the way that celebrities are harassed, it's absolutely crazy. Like, I'm trying to think of examples, but I mean, all I can really think about is Britney. Like the press was horrible to her. She was going through so much, and Lindsay Lohan, like all those people. Half of the reason they were having a hard time is because of these people harassing them at all times. I remember seeing a video of, I think it was, no, I was gonna say I think it was one of the Kardashians, but I might be wrong. I can't remember who it was, but there was a paparazzi person there who like couldn't get a good shot because the kid was facing the other direction, so they'd like tap the kid on the shoulder, like they reached out and touched this person's kid to turn them towards the camera. Like, that is weird. Um, to think that the royal family would allow a prince to go on a reality show to find a wife. And then I remember when he was visiting Canada, he hadn't met Meghan yet. He was coming to Canada to visit some different universities, and the rumor was that he was looking for a wife, so everybody like flocked there to try to meet him, and people did. Um because isn't that what Will and uh what is her name? Kate. Will and Kate, they met at their university. And so when Harry was touring the Canadian universities, everybody like was like, "Oh my gosh, we need to go here because Harry's going to be there, and I'll marry into royalty." Like, I'm not kidding. Everybody was very excited and thought that that's why he was coming here. Yeah, oh my god. Like, I get the whole, like, oh, I'm gonna be a princess, but also you're gonna deal with a horrible life. Like, did you not see what happened to Diana? Because that's your fate, I swear. But I do find, like, the royal secrets and stuff super interesting. Like, all the weird things. Also, I find the the royal conspiracy theories, I think they're so funny. My favorite is the lizard people one. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna say. Remember when Elvis passed away and there's that whole thing when people are like, "Oh yeah, Elvis didn't die. He just lives on Mars now." I'm waiting for what they're gonna say about the Queen. In a very charming but also sexist and elitist way, used to always tell me, just as easy to marry rich as it is to marry poor. What? Love to be rich but don't really want to be famous. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I guess a lot of people do want to be famous, but being famous sounds scary, honestly. Still too green. I think I need. Okay, let's do the blue, gray, green thing. Yeah, that'll help. Want to be famous like my dad. You guys don't know him, but in his field, he's a historical expert. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I remember watching one of those like behind the scenes clips of the an animation animated movie, bleh, and one of the voice actors was saying like I can't remember who it was, but they were saying um my voice has been in over like 200 things, and a lot of those are well known, and yet I can still walk to the grocery store Like, unless I open my mouth and say something, there's a 0% chance I'm going to be recognized. It's fantastic. And I remember thinking, like, yeah, that's actually really cool. So, what I'm hearing, Megan, is you want that Meredith Grey fame then. Oh, I was gonna mention there was a tweet that was very badly timed from RuPaul's Drag Race Canada. Hold on, I need to find it. It was very badly timed. Um, it was a scheduled tweet, so they didn't do it on purpose. But Canada's Drag Race has has its finale tonight, and they tweeted, "Happy Canada's Drag Race finale day. The crown is up for grabs. Who's gonna take it home?" Oh my goodness. You saw it? Oh my god. They deleted it soon after, but I saw a screenshot of it. It's dying. It's on William. Yeah, they're saying that Charles may abdicate because he's like 76, so he might abdicate to William, but I don't know. Because he's also been waiting like his whole life for the crown, so he might want to do it until he can't anymore. But at the same time, he did see his uncle or his great uncle. Um, he saw how his great uncle was kind of shunned from the family for abdicating and for getting rid of his responsibilities or something. So the family stopped talking to him. I mean, there were other reasons too, but he kind of grew up knowing that that name was unsayable because of that. So like he might not do it because of that, you know? Yeah, Megan, see, that's where I am too. I'm like, can we decide that? And then I don't know a lot about William, but I know a little bit about Charles, and I don't know. I mean, he is like it'd be I don't know because he would be the oldest person um to get the crown, like to be what's that called? Not coordinated, but like there's something in to be coordinated in. He would be the oldest person to do that. So I don't know if he would want to. And his approval ratings with the people of England is pretty low too. So there's a chance he may abdicate. It needs more brown. If George is old enough yet to truly realize what he's in for. George. Is George one of the... Is George William and Kate's son? I don't remember their names. One of them is Archie, right? The oldest is George. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they prepare them from a young age for like what they'll potentially have to do. They're like, it makes sense. William's old enough to know what he's truly in for. Yes. Oh, Archie's Harry and Meghan's. Okay, okay. So it's George, and then they have Charlotte. Do they have a third kid? William and Kate? Don't even know the kid's name other than probably very royal names. It wouldn't deviate from those. Yeah, there's like a list of names you have to choose from, I think. Oh, that's the other thing. If Charles, well, if anyone who's going to be, I guess it's a king either way. That's where I'm disappointed too. All the rulings and stuff in Canada are changing. I said this earlier, like they're changing to the masculine version of the Latin names of things. So like legal documents, um, like mostly legal stuff, like rulings, anything like that. It's all in like the name of the king, and it's all like masculine names and pronouns now instead, which I'm a little sad about because it was kind of cool having having everything be feminine based, But yeah. So that's the other thing is that when you become like the king or queen, you get to change your name. So there's rumor that if Charles chooses to not abdicate, then he's probably going to do George because the previous King Charles was known for some pretty bad stuff, so he doesn't want to be associated with that. So there's rumors that he's thinking of George after his grandfather and other royals too, of course, but William and George, there's a good chance we'll never hear Her Majesty in regards to British. I know! True, I was thinking about that. And like they changed the anthem in the UK. Now it's God Save the King, which I don't even know what the British anthem sounds like, to be honest, so. But still. I think, okay, I think what it is too is it was cool that because the US president hasn't been a woman yet, but no matter what, at like all those meetings between like countries and stuff, there was always a woman in charge there. It is kind of cool to think about, I remember like little Margot was also very happy with that. There is a woman there, but now it's just gonna be men. Um, Elizabeth has been around so long. James Bond has never not served in Her Majesty's Secret Service. What? Has never not served. Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, true. Well, it's gonna change now. She's gonna make more. I hope so, Megan. I hope it's in our lifetime so I can see it. And I hope she's a really good one because I remember like being so worried about like okay, cuz my thing is if there's if there's a woman president of the US, then the issue and like there something goes wrong or there's something or maybe they're just not a good president in general, it's not going to be blamed on the person. It's going to be like, oh, we should have never elected a woman. You know what I mean? Like, it's all because she's a woman. That's why she needs to be really good, because otherwise it's just going to be blamed on the fact that she's a woman. But then again, like, is a president ever good in everyone's eyes? I don't think so. I don't think that's really how it works. So there are going to be those people regardless, but yeah. When is the US election? Cuz wait, it's every 4 years, right? And Biden was voted in 2 years ago now? Legally can't even be president. Why not? Oh, isn't there's a rule like if you're like do you have to be born in a like born in the States? Were you not born in the States? Or are there other reasons? Because I thought that was the only requirement. You have to be like of a certain age and you have to have been born in the US, which is kind of silly. You weren't born in okay, yeah. That's if you were a citizen of the US though, it should be fine. Like I don't understand that. Presidential is 2024. Okay. Yeah, we have minor elections coming up here. We have the new mayor, I think, of Toronto to vote in soon. Other than that, though, I don't think there's anything upcoming in Canada. We always do the pre-vote. That way there's nobody there. You don't have to wait in the line. You like go in and like in 2 minutes you're out. Great. Um, turtle reference. Where have you gone? Hello, turtle? Oh, there you are. Okay. Don't have to be born in the US. You have to be a natural born citizen. John McCain, I believe, is born in Panama. What does that mean, a natural born citizen? We need our light green. Megan, does that mean if you were eligible, would you run to be the president? I'd vote for you all the way from Canada. um, is born on a military base abroad. Oh, and military bases like count as US ground, right? I remember when I was in I think it was Italy. I think it was Italy. And we were driving by, there was like a US military base and they were saying like when you're in there, you're technically in the US or something like that. Um oh, born to US parents or on US soil. I don't like that. Let Megan be president. Thank you. Um a baby born in an airplane flying over the US would technically be a US citizen eligible for presidency. Megan, were you born on an airplane? Whatever the country they were coming from until they hit the ground. I thought so too. Now I'm Could have been very bad. I keep seeing this as a fish. I know it's a snail, like in my brain, but I see this as an eye, and like this is like the lips, and then these are the tail. It's a little fish. What country's airspace they're in when it comes to be subject to laws and stuff. Hmm. I feel like that would really complicate laws, like lawsuits to do with that happened on airplanes. That would very much complicate things. Like, what if you were flying over somewhere where the, like, I don't know, the, okay, say you're in a fight with somebody on an airplane and you're flying over one space and then that person is like attacking you or whatever. And then as you start self-defense, you cross into another country's airspace where the self-defense laws are more like strict or something, like you can't defend yourself past the point where you don't need to anymore kind of thing. I don't know. For they're super strict. And then like but the previous one, like how would you judge that case? I know that's like very hypothetical, but if that's how it works, that's very complicated. Where the plane's registered also might be taken into account. Is this a specialty like area of law? Airspace law? I feel like it would be if it's because it's so specific. Or maybe it's like a boat where it's um there's specific boat laws. I wondered that when I was on the cruise ship, like, what are the laws? Does it depend on the boat? Because one of the things that was interesting is in order to keep everyone on the same time so that you can get to the ship on time for it to take off, you would follow the ship's time, and the ship would tell you the time every morning, and then you follow that when you're in the other country, regardless of what the time is there. And I always wondered how the laws worked. Like, how, what? Like, very interesting. Yeah, when you're over the ocean, yeah, it's just the purge. Who owns the ocean? Neptune will judge your court case. Maritime law is a field. Okay, so maybe airspace or aero something, aero law. This looks like little pieces of corn. Not intentional. Down to the laws of the flag that you're flying. So, like, where the airplane's coming from? Or your specific country. This is watercolor. Welcome in, Alta. Welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday so far. A lot of boats are registered. Random countries in order to avoid taxes. Ooh, sneaky. Pirates. Talking about boats, I think that's why all these boats fly the flags of small countries that you've never heard of. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a good Thursday so far. It wasn't very productive in between streams today, but we're working more on this little turtle friend, so that's good. We can all be pirates. What would we do as pirates? We'd have to be good pirates. Like Robin Hood style pirates. Or like animal preservation pirates. Break into Marineland or SeaWorld and somehow get the whales to the ocean. Or to a rehabilitation center that has better facilities than they do. Suspicious looking frog characters that might break some copyright laws. Yes, that sounds about right, actually. I can get you a Frodo frog for the right price. Um, pick 320 for a reason, or was it default? I think it was just the default one. And I was like, yeah, that seems fine. Okay, stretch and hydrate. Do it. These little turtley friends are very cute. This one has his eyes closed, which I'm very excited to paint. Mushu sits like that all the time, where he'll just like close his eyes like that. And he looks so happy. And turtles have the same kind of look on their face when they do it. A positive self-talk. Okay. I'm doing well so far painting this. I've done a great job painting these turtley friends. And the snail, I think the snail turned out really cute. I was nervous to start the second turtle, but it's turning out really well. And I think I can do it. Oh no! What else is there to say? Not art related. uh hmm. I need a script, please. A check-in. I'm good. Um, I'm good. I'm excited to see my bridesmaids dresses, which is going to be soon. And then, how do you feel about those positive self-talk teams? I feel like it's a challenge. Um, I feel like the more I do it, the more I'll believe it. It's kind of the theory behind it. So I think it's, yeah. It's a good way to remind myself when I'm like halfway through a piece and I'm struggling to start a new part of it that like I know what I'm doing, you know? Because like I kind of forget that I know what I'm doing a lot of the time, and I'll be really hesitant to start the next part of it, even though the other part turned out just fine. So it's kind of like a way to remind myself that I know how to do it and I to feel confident in my abilities because I always kind of figure it out. So I am a wonderfully nice person. Should do it all the time. Yeah. It's definitely it's tricky. Like I find it super challenging. Um I don't need no man. I truly don't, but I like mine, so I'll keep him. It's fine. Artists are our own biggest critic. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like a lot of the time too, while painting, I'm nervous instead of reminding myself to enjoy it and just like go with the flow because I do know what's going to happen and like I can figure it out as I go and that's fine. Non art, no script. Why do you torture me so? Um, Can I look up a script for suggestions on what to say? Like a subject suggestion? I no? Okay. The blankness in my mind right now. Um, I okay, Nag. I'll go with what Nagan said, and I'll continue it then. I'm a nice, considerate person. I'm good at taking others' feelings into account while making decisions and stuff. Um, I hmm. I don't know what else to say. That is it. You're welcome. How long have you been painting? So I started in like 2020 during the whole beginning pandemic thing. I've kind of done art stuff forever, but I didn't really start like painting until then. Important part of this isn't just saying it, thinking it. Identify the positive things about yourself, not just repeat the positives others see. My hope is that by repeating the positives others see, that I'll start believing them more. You know what I mean? Redeem positive self talk, non art related, no script, and no laughing. That's not possible. Just state it as what you are, not what you do. I I am nice. I am considerate. I am caring. Thank you. Sensitive to others' emotions, or I'm empathetic. Okay. Very easy to do something. Feel like you're an imposter. Bruce, stop. Get out of my brain. But yeah, no, it makes sense. No, I was nice to that one person, but I'm really an evil, angry person. Yeah. Like, I don't do mean things, but what if I'm mean on the inside? Yeah, the impasta. I'd rather have pasta syndrome. And just like need to have pasta all the time. That'd be good. Can never bring myself to say I'm a runner. Yeah, oh my god, yes. You know how long it took me to say I'm an artist? My Instagram bio said I paint in it, like my art one. It took me a year before I changed it to like artist. It just said I paint. Or like if people ask me like when we're at something, they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I paint stuff. I do stuff. I make art stuff, and then I sell it, and then I stream it." I'm just like I could just say I'm an artist. That's so much easier. Makes the person I'm talking to feel less awkward too, because I'm not just rambling on about the things I do. was hobby artist. Megan, I noticed that and it always bugged me when I saw it. And like, why does it say hobby artist? You're not a hobby artist. You don't have that problem? What, the at parties thing? Oh. Um do art as a hobby.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
It's more, you're more than a hobby artist though.
Melon.
Also, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. You are an artist, Prue. Have you seen the noses that you've drawn? They're amazing. The noses alone. I just want a gallery full of the noses that Prue has drawn. Prue, draw some more noses so that I may make a gallery of noses. Two times in the past 4 months? That's fine. Being an artist isn't about how often you do art. Yeah, go for a month without drawing. Exactly. It's hard to do art all the time, and it's not possible for a lot of people. Like, especially Prue, you're so busy. Not the level of busy, the level of stress. Don't ever relax enough to draw. Yeah, that too. It's not like you have an artist license that expires or something like that, you know? I know what to draw the next time I do. What? A nose? Streaming helps to keep me doing artwork. Yeah, 100%. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Alta. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, streaming is great for that. It really, like, I don't think I would get as much painting done if I didn't stream. because it's like 2 designated times a day where I'm like, okay, well, I gotta do something. An expired artist license. I love it. I feel like, yeah, that's very, it's a relatable feeling. The expired artist license. It would resonate with a lot of people. So I've been eating banana bread all day, but I haven't had like a proper meal. So I'm gonna be doing that after stream. Just been eating all the banana bread. It's delicious. I don't know what to have for dinner yet though. You only have less than 20 minutes? Yeah. I mean, I'm not like super hungry. I'm the same level of hungry that I would have been. But I've just been having like lots of banana bread. It is lifeblood. I have blood made of banana bread now. With some little chocolate chips in it. Because I put chocolate chips in it this time. It's delicious. But don't worry, I will have a proper meal after stream. What are you? Oh, okay. That's fine. No. It's fine. I'm going to eat. It's all good. I just don't know what yet. I have more of those veggie dumplings I had for dinner last night. Maybe I'll do that. I made a dipping sauce for it. That was pretty good. It was like a chili soy one. Want to eat all the things? Heck yeah. Eating all the things is fun. This needs to be here. Yes, I made dipping sauce for the veggie dumplings yesterday. I wonder if I have the recipe open still on a tab. I do not. Let me search it though. It was basically the first one that came up. I believe it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So it's sugar, hot water, soy sauce, rice vinegar, chili oil, garlic, toasted sesame seeds, and sesame oil. Tacos. Ooh, yum. Tacos sounds so good. I don't think I have things to make tacos. Maybe I do. Tacos would be good. Actually, I think I might. I do. Haha. Megan, you figured out my dinner. Thank you. Banana pudding that I might have here in a bit. Banana pudding. I remember we were talking about banana pudding on stream once, and then after stream I made it because I was very intrigued by it. Soy sauce, rice vinegar, sugar, garlic, ginger, sesame oil, water. Yeah, that's basically what I did. There was no ginger in mine though. I think other than that, they're pretty similar. Yeah. Nilla wafers. Nella? Are those the like ladyfinger cookie things? I have a fun story about making tiramisu, except I couldn't find ladyfinger cookies that were like egg and milk free. And fiance's favorite cake is tiramisu, but he couldn't eat the whole thing by himself, so I had to be able to eat some. So I was making it for his birthday. And so what I ended up doing is I just like looked up a recipe for ladyfingers. And it was basically just slices of cake. Like you slice it into the size, and then it's like a dense pound cake almost. But it's not the same crunchiness as ladyfingers. And I didn't think about that difference in my brain when I was looking over the recipe. So the recipe said to let it sit in coffee, like you make this like coffee thing and you like let it sit in a bath of coffee for it was a certain amount of time. But I didn't think, oh, the store-bought ladyfingers are crunchy, so they need to sit longer, and these are soft like cake like ones, so they shouldn't sit in there as long. And then so I built the tiramisu, and just like the cake is just like crumbling apart and mush, so it was like a cake mush layer of cake and coffee. Was not ideal. It tasted good. Did not cut so well. Did not look good. Tasted delicious. um, it's not the best banana pudding. Aw. Whole box of Nilla wafers. They sound good. Practically air. A whole box is okay. Oh, are they puffy? Circular, lightly sweet cookies. Who loves tres leche? Leche? Simply because it's so moist. Yeah, that sounds good. Also, while making that cake, my um not whisk, the mixer thing, the handheld mixer, it stopped working halfway through. And so I ended up making whipped cream by hand out of coconut cream. You know I love him because I made him that cake and everything went wrong, but I still gave him a cake. And he was nice enough to say it tasted good and it was like it looked fine and I'm like, mm-hmm. Totally. It looks great. Usually I'm good at baking. It was just with that one, everything just seemed to go wrong. And I'd made that tiramisu before too. Yellow wafers. Okay, wait, let me see. Oh. I don't know if you can get those here. Let's see. I think. Oh, maybe you can? Yeah, I think you can. I've never had them before though. adding to my shopping list this weekend? Yes. Yeah, I think you inspired me about the tacos. I think we can have tacos for dinner because we don't normally buy this, but there was a sale one time, so we like put a bunch in the freezer that I don't know if it's the Impossible or the Beyond. I think it's the Beyond Meat. And we used it in like a recipe recently, but we didn't use the whole thing that was defrosted, so we have some left in the fridge. So I do have taco stuff because I have the seasoning and I have tortillas. I don't have the crispy taco things, but I have the tortillas. And I do have some veggies too. It's all coming together. Usually when I do tacos and stuff, I use just like tofu instead. But yeah, I have the Beyond Meat thing already thawed in the fridge and I need to use it for something. So that works out really well. Do you eat the leggies too? It depends. Are the leggies made of veggie or are the leggies made of like the roots and stuff that are dangling off of it? Because in the roots case, no. But if it's part of the veggie, like those oddly shaped sweet potatoes, um, then yes. You know those videos where they put the silicone rounds or like the plastic molds around fruit and grow it into a specific shape like a star or a heart or anything? What if we did that with the sweet potatoes or zucchinis and grew veggies as leggies? And it had little indents for eyes? That would be adorable. Yeah, carrot at the root, yeah. Yeah, like the Japanese square watermelons. Yeah, exactly, yeah. They also do ones where they grow apples into hearts and things like that. But we could do one where it grows into veggies with leggies with a little face. I'd feel bad cutting into that though, honestly. That might just be a me problem though. I'd be like one of those people who finds like the faces in toast and then gets all sentimental about it and doesn't want to get rid of the toast. That'd be me with the veggies with leggies. It does sound like a lot of work, right? Yeah. Snap off its legs when it refuses to divulge the secret. Give me the secrets of the veggie world. Why must you grow underground? Who do you work for? Yeah, right? 6 minutes, yes. My friend just started a FaceTime with me and did not answer because they're still streaming. I will just text her though. Be the CIA. See? How does the prune know that? The answers are revealed. Ember Fox, Foxtail Brush, or we could raid Alta Core. Yeah. Could you check out Alta and see what it is they're painting? They said oil paint, but I don't know what they're painting. I want to make sure it is um a safe raid option. Passy Draws, Blue Skittle, all good ones. It's a hot tub stream painting a hot tub stream. Two people standing in front of a monument in DC. Okay. Followers 10 and 11. Oh, yeah, let's go there. We must give our friendship to a new friend. Yeah, new streamer. That means we go. Alrighty. So, let me set up the raid. Ooh. Put down the water jar a little bit too hard on the desk. Everything's fine. It was just loud. Bloopity bloop. Bloopity bloop. Can I fit the turtles and the keyboard on the same screen thing here? I think so. Did I spell their name right? Nothing came up for me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, it's a little wedding portrait. Oh, so cute. Okay. Let's go there. Alta Core, making sure I spelled it right, and we're good. Okay, so Will, hello. We're just about to go raid someone. We're ending stream a little bit early today, but thank you so much for stopping in. Let's do our thank yous before we go. Thank you so much, my patrons. Bethler Chicago to die, Daniel Dracola, Najo Kava, Lily, and Egan, Pure Princess, Rich. Thank you. Wow, that turned into a jumble at the end there. Thank you so much for being a patron. And we're gonna do our thank yous for the day. Thank you so much too. The Legend Torn, thank you for the follow. Breezy Almond. Wait, that was this morning. Alta, thank you for the follow. We're gonna go raid Alta. So we'll be back later tomorrow. I was gonna say tonight. Yeah, you're all just a smush of one person, sorry. I'll be back tomorrow from 9, or wait, 1 second. I'll be back at 9 and 5 p.m. We'll be working on this again. We'll be working more on our little turtley friends. That'll be tomorrow, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Change my name to Prue Prackerman. Would you say both my names too? I could try. I usually just say Prue. 9 to 9, no. Also tomorrow is our draw along, but I do have a vote, so please go vote in the draw along channel on Discord whether you want to do a draw along tomorrow or if you want to play Ooblets for a monthly kind of community day. We're going to do our movie night as well, but usually we have a draw along before, and some people have shown interest in playing Ooblets instead for this month. So let me know what you want. Go vote in the Discord chat. Oh, maybe, Prue. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. All right, we're gonna go raid Alta